So this is my Triton dowel jointer, and I thought I would illustrate the #1 problem with this particular tool, which is that the fence here, the top piece, which is intended to hold it square with your workpiece, this needs to be perfectly level with these two bits in order to create a very consistent cut. And it's hard to imagine how it can be totally square when there's this much play in this top fence. There is quite a lot of play here, and it's probably a 1/16 of an inch, which really matters over time when you're putting together pieces. So the problem, I can show you what the actual problem is right here, right over here. There's this little tab which comes through here. It's a steel piece that comes through the fence that allows this to rotate up and down. There's a gap right here between this steel wall and that pin, which is just it's not a screw, it's not adjustable. It's actually got a C-ring on it that holds it in place. There's one there, and there's one here. And there is play there in between those that will freely move up and down. And you can see there's a gap right there. You can see some of that movement looking right here at that gap. It's moving. And so the real issue is that even if you get it lined up, which you actually can, it's about exactly perfect when it's all the way in the forced down position. But the second you go to tighten up this knob, which is only on one side, which locks this fence in place, it puts pressure through, which puts a torque on this thing and twists the whole thing. So you can't tighten it and maintain your alignment. So if I tighten this right now, for example, and you can't, hopefully you saw it, it just moved. The whole thing just moved down and out. You can see it moving. So hopefully maybe I can get a better view up here, but you can see that movement. Oh, it's hard to see on the camera. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Right here. Boy, it's hard to see. But anyway, it's moving. When you do that, when you make that turn, it moves the whole fence up and down. So that makes it impossible, basically, to get that fence aligned. You're always going to wind up with the dowel hole on the right-hand side of your piece is actually going to be slightly lower than the one on the left. So your holes aren't going to be perfectly square. They're going to be slightly tilted, which as long as you get them lined up with each other, the two pieces, that can be fine. But don't think you're going to be interchangeable with how you drill your holes. You have to drill exactly matching sets every time. So this is basically just a really expensive, poorly aligned dowel jig is really what it is. It's not that expensive, but you get the point.